My beloved child. Tonight is not ordinary, and you can feel it even if you cannot explain it yet. Something has been quietly moving toward you, step by step, moment by moment, without noise, without warning, without asking for your permission. You may think this night looks the same as every other night, but beneath the surface, a shift has already begun. The kind of shift that does not announce itself loudly, but instead rearranges everything while you are still breathing, still listening, still wondering why your heart feels heavier and lighter at the same time. This is not coincidence, and this is not imagination. There is a reason you were guided here, a reason these words are finding you now, and a reason your attention is being held tighter with every second that passes. Tonight carries a message meant only for you, and once you hear it fully, nothing inside you will remain exactly the same again. You have been standing at the edge of something powerful without realizing how close you truly are. What is approaching you has been delayed, tested, reshaped, and timed with precision, because your spirit needed to be ready first. And now, readiness is no longer a question. It is a fact. Listen carefully now, because this moment is fragile and sacred. There have been nights in your past where you asked the universe for a sign, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, almost apologetically, as if you did not want to ask for too much. You wondered if anyone saw how much effort you were putting in, how many times you stayed strong when it would have been easier to give up, how often you chose patience over reaction, silence over chaos, and faith over fear. Those questions were never ignored. They were recorded. Tonight, something unexpected is responding to every unanswered prayer, every unspoken wish, every tear you wiped away before anyone could notice. What is unfolding now has been preparing itself around the version of you that you are becoming, not the version you used to be. That is why it feels unfamiliar. That is why it feels slightly unsettling. Growth often arrives disguised as surprise. What is meant for you does not knock softly. It arrives with enough force to wake every sleeping part of your soul. And once it arrives, it does not leave quietly. Understand this deeply, because this is where many people lose clarity. The unexpected event coming toward you tonight is not random luck, and it is not borrowed energy from someone else's destiny. It is aligned specifically with your journey, your timing, your endurance, and your resilience. You have outgrown something without fully realizing it, and the universe refuses to let you shrink yourself to fit old spaces any longer. Tonight marks the beginning of that refusal turning into action. A door you stopped knocking on is being opened from the other side. A truth you sensed but never had proof of is about to surface. A realization that once felt too big to face is stepping forward, ready to be acknowledged. This is not about fear. This is about recognition. Recognition of your worth. Recognition of your patience. Recognition of the quiet strength you carried when no one was clapping for you. And once recognition arrives, it demands change. Real change. The kind that rearranges priorities, relationships, and the way you see yourself in the mirror. Stay with me, because what comes next is where the energy sharpens. There is a moment approaching where you will feel a pause, as if time itself hesitates. That pause is important. That pause is where the old story ends. You may feel a sudden calm, or a sudden rush of emotion, or a deep silence that feels louder than noise. Do not rush through it. That is the exact point where the unexpected turns into the inevitable. You have been protected from certain truths until now because knowing them earlier would have broken you. Tonight, they will not break you. They will empower you. Something that once felt distant is moving closer. Something that felt blocked is loosening. Something that felt impossible is quietly adjusting itself to become real. And when it happens, you will understand why everything had to unfold the way it did. Why delays were necessary. Why silence was essential. Why patience was demanded from you again and again. This is not punishment. This is preparation revealing itself. Finally, let this sink in as deeply as you can. Tonight is not just about something happening to you. It is about something awakening within you. The unexpected is not here to scare you. It is here to remind you of who you truly are beneath the layers of doubt, waiting, and restraint. Once this night passes, you will not be able to pretend you are the same person you were before listening to these words. Awareness has a cost, and tonight you are paying it willingly. What comes next will require courage, honesty, and trust in yourself at a level you may not have reached before. But you are ready, even if you do not feel ready yet. The universe does not make mistakes with timing. And tonight, something unexpected is choosing you, deliberately, precisely, and without hesitation. My beloved child. What you are stepping into now is the part most people never reach, because it requires presence, not distraction. Tonight is pressing closer, and the air around you feels different for a reason. You are not imagining the weight in your chest or the alertness in your mind. Something is aligning itself with your name, your energy, your history. This is the point where destiny stops whispering and starts positioning itself directly in front of you. You may feel an urge to look back at your past choices, wondering if you missed something or misunderstood a sign. You did not. Everything unfolded exactly as it needed to. What is approaching you now was never meant to arrive earlier, because you would not have recognized it as yours. Tonight, recognition is unavoidable. The unexpected is not sneaking in. It is standing tall, waiting for you to notice that it belongs here. Here is the truth most people are never told. When something powerful is about to enter your life, it does not come alone. It brings clarity, and clarity can feel intense. You may suddenly understand why certain people drifted away, why certain plans collapsed, why certain doors refused to open no matter how hard you pushed. Those were not failures. Those were filters. They were clearing space so this moment could exist without interference. Tonight is not gentle, but it is precise. It does not ask if you are comfortable. It asks if you are honest. Honest about what you deserve. Honest about what you have tolerated for too long. Honest about the version of yourself you are ready to become. This unexpected shift is not here to decorate your life. It is here to redefine it. And once redefinition begins, there is no returning to the old version of you. Pay attention now, because this is where the energy tightens. There is a realization forming that will feel sudden, even if it has been building for years. You will see something clearly that was once blurred by hope, fear, or attachment. This clarity may arrive as a message, a thought, a realization, or a quiet inner knowing that cannot be argued with. Do not resist it. Resistance only delays what has already chosen you. Tonight's surprise is not chaos. It is order finally revealing itself. It is the moment when confusion steps aside and truth walks forward without apology. And once truth arrives, it demands respect. Respect for your time. Respect for your boundaries. Respect for your value. This is where your power stops being theoretical and starts becoming practical. There is also something else you need to hear, and this part is crucial. You are not late. You have never been behind. You were being shaped. Every pause, every waiting period, every unanswered question was carving strength into you that you did not know you possessed. Tonight is proof of that shaping. The unexpected does not choose weak foundations. It chooses stability. It chooses resilience. It chooses those who can carry what they are about to receive without dropping it. You are standing here because you can handle what is coming next. Even if your hands are trembling slightly, they are strong enough. Even if your heart is racing, it is brave enough. This moment did not arrive to test you. It arrived to reward your endurance. Let this final thought anchor you as we move forward. Tonight is not the climax. It is the turning point. The moment where everything begins to move faster, clearer, and more deliberately toward you. You will soon notice subtle changes in how people respond to you, how opportunities reveal themselves, and how your intuition speaks louder than before. That is not coincidence. That is alignment activating. Stay present. Stay open. What is unfolding next will require your attention, because missing it would mean missing a once-in-a-lifetime redirection. And you did not come this far to look away now. My beloved child. Now you are entering the space where anticipation turns into certainty. The feeling you have right now is not curiosity anymore. It is recognition forming in real time. Something within you already knows that this night is a line drawn between before and after. You are not waiting for proof anymore, because your intuition is standing upright, alert, and unshakable. The unexpected does not always arrive with noise or spectacle. Sometimes it arrives with precision, choosing the exact second when your defenses are down and your awareness is awake. That second is now. Everything that once felt delayed is quietly accelerating. Everything that once felt unclear is narrowing into focus. You are not being rushed. You are being carried forward by momentum that has been building far longer than you realize. Here is where the shift becomes undeniable. You will notice your thoughts slowing down, not because nothing matters, but because what truly matters is becoming obvious. Distractions lose their grip. Doubt loses its voice. The weight you carried for so long begins to lift, not because the past disappears, but because it finally makes sense. Tonight is stitching meaning into experiences that once felt disconnected. You are seeing patterns instead of chaos. You are feeling direction instead of confusion. This is what happens right before a major breakthrough. The mind becomes quiet enough to hear truth clearly. And the truth arriving now is simple yet powerful. You were never meant to stay where you were. You were meant to pass through, gather strength, and move forward with purpose. Stay present, because this is where many people blink and miss the moment. There is an opportunity forming that does not look dramatic at first glance. It looks subtle. It looks ordinary. It looks almost too simple to matter. But do not underestimate simplicity. The most life-changing moments often arrive without warning signs, without applause, without build-up. They arrive when you least expect them, but exactly when you are ready. Tonight's unexpected event is not demanding immediate action. It is offering alignment. Alignment between who you are inside and the life waiting to meet you halfway. Once alignment happens, choices become easier. Decisions feel lighter. Fear loses its authority. This is not chance. This is design revealing itself quietly. There is something else unfolding beneath the surface, and you need to feel this rather than analyze it. Your energy is shifting. The way you carry yourself is changing, even if no one has commented on it yet. You are stepping into a frequency where you no longer chase, explain, or prove. You attract. You allow. You receive. This transition may feel unfamiliar because you are used to effort, struggle, and overthinking. But ease is not weakness. Ease is alignment in motion. Tonight is teaching you that you do not have to fight for what is meant for you. You only have to be open enough to recognize it when it arrives. And it is arriving. Let this final moment of this part settle deeply within you. The unexpected is no longer approaching. It is here. It is settling into place, anchoring itself into your reality in ways that will soon become visible. You may not see the full picture yet, but you are standing in the center of it. What happens next will unfold naturally, without force, without confusion. Trust what you are feeling right now. Trust the calm beneath the intensity. Trust the sense of inevitability rising inside you. This is the moment where preparation meets opportunity. And you are exactly where you are meant to be. My beloved child. This is the stage where silence becomes louder than sound. The world around you may appear unchanged, yet inside you, something irreversible has begun. You are no longer standing on the edge. You have crossed it. What once felt like waiting has transformed into presence. Presence means you are no longer asking when. You are feeling now. Tonight is tightening its grip on reality, and the unexpected is weaving itself into your life with deliberate calm. You might notice a strange confidence rising, not loud, not arrogant, but grounded and steady. That confidence is not borrowed. It is remembered. It belongs to you. It has always belonged to you. And now it is returning at the exact moment you are strong enough to carry it without fear. Here is where clarity sharpens into truth. Something or someone you once questioned will suddenly make sense. Not because they change, but because you do. Perspective is shifting, and with it, your emotional gravity. You are no longer pulled toward what drains you. You are drawn toward what expands you. Tonight's unexpected movement is cutting invisible cords that kept you anchored to old cycles. These cords were subtle, woven from habits, expectations, and silent compromises. They did their job once. They kept you safe. Now they are being released. And release does not always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels like relief so quiet that you almost miss it. Do not miss it. This relief is confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. Pay attention to this next realization, because it is powerful. You do not need external validation for what is unfolding. The proof will come later. Right now, you need trust. Trust in the process that carried you through uncertainty. Trust in the intuition that kept whispering even when logic argued. Trust in yourself. Tonight is restoring that trust layer by layer. You are learning that not everything meant for you announces itself with excitement. Some blessings arrive with responsibility. Responsibility to choose differently. Responsibility to honor your worth. Responsibility to walk away from what no longer aligns without guilt or hesitation. This responsibility is not a burden. It is freedom wearing a serious face. There is momentum building now, and it is not slowing down. The unexpected event you sensed earlier is beginning to show its outline. It may arrive as a conversation, an insight, a realization, or an internal decision that cannot be undone. Whatever form it takes, it will feel firm, certain, settled. There will be no confusion attached to it. Confusion belongs to misalignment. Tonight is alignment. And alignment feels calm even when it changes everything. You may notice that fear is present but quiet, standing off to the side instead of blocking your path. That is because fear no longer has authority here. Awareness has taken its place. Let this final wave of this part wash through you completely. You are not witnessing something random. You are participating in a shift that was designed with intention. The universe does not waste effort, and it does not rush outcomes. Tonight is proof of both. What is unfolding will continue to reveal itself step by step, each step confirming that this moment was real, necessary, and perfectly timed. Stay open. Stay grounded. The next phase will require your full presence, because once this door finishes opening, you will never question whether this night mattered. You will know. My beloved child. Now you are standing in the quiet center of movement, where everything shifts without chaos. This is the moment when reality starts responding to the internal change you have already completed. The unexpected is no longer forming. It is integrating. You may notice subtle confirmations appearing around you, small but undeniable, like pieces clicking into place without effort. These are not signs meant to impress you. They are signals meant to reassure you. Tonight is confirming that you trusted yourself long enough for alignment to catch up. What once felt uncertain now feels grounded. Not exciting in a loud way, but solid in a way that cannot be shaken. This is the kind of stability that changes lives slowly at first, then all at once. There is a deep realization anchoring itself within you right now. You no longer need to chase meaning. Meaning is choosing to stay. You no longer need to convince anyone of your value. Your energy is doing that work quietly. Tonight is teaching you that power does not announce itself. It arrives calmly, takes its place, and changes the atmosphere without asking permission. You are stepping into a version of yourself that does not beg, rush, or doubt. This version waits, observes, and responds with intention. And when intention replaces reaction, life responds differently. Opportunities feel more respectful. Connections feel more balanced. Decisions feel clearer. This is not imagination. This is cause and effect finally working in your favor. Feel this carefully, because it is subtle but permanent. The fear that once whispered what if is being replaced by a steadier voice asking what now. That shift alone changes everything. You are no longer surviving. You are selecting. Selecting what deserves your time. Selecting what deserves your energy. Selecting what deserves access to your inner world. Tonight is marking the end of unconscious living and the beginning of deliberate direction. You are no longer drifting. You are steering. And even if the road ahead is not fully visible, your hands are steady on the wheel. That is readiness in its truest form. There is also a release happening that you may not have named yet. A release of urgency. A release of pressure. A release of the belief that you must struggle to deserve good things. Tonight is dissolving that belief gently, without force. You are learning that alignment does not demand exhaustion. It rewards consistency, honesty, and patience. The unexpected event that began this night is settling into something dependable, something you can build on, something that grows stronger with time instead of burning out quickly. This is not a fleeting moment. This is a foundation being laid beneath your feet. Let this final thought ground you completely. You did not imagine this night. You did not exaggerate its importance. Something real has shifted, and you are carrying that shift forward with you now. The path ahead will continue to reveal itself naturally, without panic, without confusion. What comes next will not require you to become someone else. It will require you to be more of who you already are. And that is the most unexpected, powerful, and life-changing outcome of all. My beloved child. You are now moving beyond anticipation and into embodiment. This is where what you felt internally begins to influence the outer world in quiet, undeniable ways. You may notice people responding to you differently, not because you changed your words, but because your presence has shifted. Presence carries authority when it is rooted in truth. Tonight has given you that root. The unexpected did not come to entertain you. It came to anchor you. Anchor you in self-respect. Anchor you in clarity. Anchor you in a calm confidence that does not need approval to exist. This is the phase where your energy speaks before you do, and the world listens without understanding why. There is an important awareness settling in now. You are no longer afraid of losing what was never meant to stay. That fear once controlled many of your decisions. It kept you holding on, overthinking, and settling for less than you deserved. Tonight loosen that grip. You can feel it. There is space where tension used to live. Space where anxiety used to sit. In that space, something stronger is forming. Discernment. You are beginning to see clearly what aligns with you and what simply passed through to teach you something. This clarity is not cold. It is compassionate, but firm. And firmness is necessary when stepping into a life that respects you back. Notice how time feels right now. It feels slower, yet more meaningful. Each moment carries weight because you are present inside it. This is where most people rush ahead or look back. You are doing neither. You are here. And being here allows you to recognize opportunity without chasing it. Opportunity no longer hides from you because you are not desperate for it. You are prepared for it. That preparation was built through patience, endurance, and the willingness to sit with uncertainty without losing yourself. Tonight honors that willingness. It turns waiting into wisdom and stillness into strength. There is also a quiet invitation unfolding. An invitation to trust your inner signals without immediately questioning them. Your intuition has been refined through experience. It no longer panics. It informs. When it speaks now, it does so with calm authority. Listen to it. It will guide you toward choices that feel aligned rather than exciting for the wrong reasons. This guidance will not overwhelm you. It will feel natural, almost obvious. That is how you will know it is real. Alignment does not shout. It confirms. Let this part close with a grounding truth. You are not stepping into something fragile. You are stepping into something stable. The unexpected that arrived tonight did not come to disrupt your peace. It came to deepen it. From this point forward, your growth will feel less like struggle and more like expansion. Less like proving and more like becoming. You are no longer preparing for the shift. You are living inside it. And this is only the beginning.